Hello guys, welcome back to Club Dead. I'm Justin JT, and to celebrate the start of Easter, I'm covering Ed's World Beaster Bunny. The video's about Ed, Tom, and Matt going against a killer Easter bunny. This is actually the first Ed's Worlds episode that was posted during the Ed's World Beyond era to be covered on Club Dead. So that means that voice actors are different. With George Gould, who is the brother of the creator of Ed's World, Ed Gould. He now voices Ed and has voiced him since 2020. We then have Ed Templer, who voices Tom replacing Tomska, and has voiced him since 2021. And Matt Hargreaves being the only OG voice actor still voicing Matt, with him also being the showrunner for the show since 2020. So now you know the new people during the Beyond era of Ed's World. So without further ado, when a killer Easter bunny attacks, will that get some kills to the basket? Or is it a rotten egg? Let's find out and get to the kills. The video begins with a park. We then see something appearing from the bushes, which is a cute Easter bunny. Oh, that's nice. As it hops away, we then see some Easter eggs hidden around the park, and even one with actual eggs. We then see it place an egg. As we see the bunny happy, it nods its head before it gets shocked by something. It then turns around to see. As we see a meteor approach the Easter bunny, we get a zoom in. We then see the impact of the meteor. We then see the meteor egg crack open. We then see some venom goo before it gets sucked back into the meteor. It then explodes. The camera then moves up to show the moon as we get the reveal of the Beaster Bunny in the shadows. So even though the Easter Bunny got revived as the Beaster Bunny, I'll add the Easter Bunny as our first kill of the video. We then get a slimy transition as we get introduced to a title card. We then see the crew as eggs as the credits appear. Crack Tom Egg. We're now at an Easter egg hunt as Ed tells Tom to don't peek and promises that it's a great surprise. As Tom asks if he found his real parents, he then opens the blindfold to see the Easter egg hunt, and Tom isn't happy about it, as he says that understands he wore a blindfold, but making the others wear blindfolds made arriving here very hard. Tom, have you ever heard of the Bird Box Challenge? Yeah, people were willing to drive blindfolded. As we see Tom's car, we then see Matt jump out of Tom's car, and on the bumper of the car, we get a reference to as movie 10 with Beep. Beep, I'm a sheep being called as Baba, I'm a car. As they say that, it'll be fine. The car then burns into a crisp, and that they'll miss Tom's car. But not Matt cause it was bumpy. They were always late, and running costs were outrageous. So let me explain this as quick as I can. So, when Tomska was the showrunner for Ed's World during the Legacy era, there was frequent delays and budget issues. During that era, he then continues to walk, but trips over a dude in an egg costume, as Ed says that to don't fight, and that there's plenty of eggs for everyone. As we get this creepy-ass smile from Matt, as Tom says that the event is for children, as they look at a dumb child, another dumb child, and whatever the hell he's doing, he looks like he huffs boogers, as Tom also calls them special children, but Ed tells him to don't let them fool him, as Tom asks if they're a little old to be excited. Well, who cares if you're old or not, as Matt's excited for face painting, as Ed says it will be him and Tom. As Ed sees Tom walking away, we then see a face painting tent, as Matt pushes the kids in line, as a kid lands face first into the wall, and oh wow, we have options. We have Bunny, a bean, an imp, which is a reference to Helluva Boss. We also have egg.
I just didn't wire an egg. God damn it.
There's also a Zombad, which is a reference to the Zombad Tag trilogy, with the spelling of zombie being Zombad. As the face painter asks what we're doing today, as Matt gets close to her and says a bunny, she then asks if he would like the other options, and that she can do all sorts. Matt says he wants bunny again, as she nervously agrees to do a bunny face paint. We then see Ed walking. A girl looks at him, and he looks back, as she judges Ed before the hunt. We then see the mayor welcome the people to the annual Easter egg hunt, and extends a personal thank you to Mike, who was in charge of the year's decorations, and also that he read the brief that said Easter in big letters. As we see some of the signs, at least this one had some design with it with the eggs, as he thanks Mike sarcastically, as Mike says you're welcome, as the mayor says an egg pun, and no one responds. He then says another egg pun, and no one responds. Dude at least has a big audience to hear the egg puns. A magician can do tricks and doesn't do bad puns, and this is the audience he gets. He then then says let's hop to it, which is another bad egg pun. And a kid in bunny ears boos the mayor. He then tells the kid he knows where he lives before an agent whispers something in his ear as the kid says to get on with it. He then counts down to the start of the hunt. We then see a German dude on an ostrich blow a trumpet, then an egg cracks and covers them. As the egg hunt begins, Ed stands there before running to find the eggs. As to women, asks Tom which of the kids are his, as Ed and the girl fight over an egg. The girl then bites his hand and Ed screams. We then see crying children as Matt looks like he's gonna say how he got these scars. Tom then says no and that he's alone in the park with kids while drinking as he realizes something, as a father and his son called him a weirdo. He then says that he doesn't celebrate Easter and he's doing it for Ed and Matt, as some parents look in confusion as Tom says it's his friends, as he looks terrified and says that they're adults. As the parents leave, Tom gets sad. Tom then talks with Sweaty Dude. We then see an Ed tries to get the egg but gets stopped by the little girl. She gets the egg and Ed gets mad about it. As we see the Beaster Bunny, we then see another egg that the little girl grabs as she flips it off, while in the background for children getting crushed by the Beaster Bunny's foot. Ed then finds an egg in a tree but gets attacked by a squirrel as we see the Beaster Bunny in the background. Ed tries to get an egg but gets chomped. We then see another egg. Ed tries to get an egg but runs away from the shark as we see that the shark is being ridden by the little girl. We're now at a volcano like you do. We then see the insides of it. The little girl then moves it to find treasure in the volcano, and also the egg is there. She then takes the egg. She climbs out of the volcano as 3 other kids get crushed by the Beaster Bunny while Ed burns, but he won't be added to the count as we see the scoreboard from the Easter egg hunt. Wait, I'm sorry, Harvey, how the f did you get minus 528 eggs? Same thing for David, cause how the hell did you get minus 5 eggs? I wouldn't be surprised if after the egg hunt David wouldn't get his ice cream, as we see Ed who's mad and the little girl who's smiling. Tom asks Ed if he lost. Ed then sees an egg next to a tree. Ed then looks around. He then notices the Beaster Bunny jumping as the trees shake. As Ed asks if it's a bunny, Matt says it is, and he keeps noticing as Ed says it's a big bunny. We see children excited with a dude in a bunny costume. As Tom notices it, Ed tells Tom that it's a huge bunny, as we see in the most oddly detailed shot of Ed's eye the silhouette of the Beaster Bunny. As the kids and the bunny dude look sad, Tom says that it was really me and that he was proud of him. As we see the Beaster Bunny appear, it causes a shadow over the people as the kids look in terror, as we see a rocket couple getting blasted off again. And you know what? Since we don't see them during the entire video after this, I'll add the both of them to the count. We then get a point of view from the Beaster Bunny. Then the camera moves up to show the Beaster Bunny in its entirety, as Tom and Ed both look in shock. As people run away from the Beaster Bunny, we see Ed still in shock. He then sees the little girl that he had a rivalry with has the last egg get crushed. We then see Matt in its eye reflection as it then roared at them. It then jumped. We then see Eduardo and Mark talking while people are running away from the Beaster Bunny. And for people who don't know, Eduardo and Mark are both made their first appearances in Hammer and Fail, with Mark being voiced by Ben Rudman, while Eduardo is voiced by legendary voice actor Brock Baker, who we previously saw last time on Club Day with the Milkman, while Mark says he can get over his fear of rabbits. Wow, while this man does not like to see the Energizer Bunny when he needs to buy batteries for his remote, as they both notice as it roars in their faces. Mark then screams and runs away, as Eduardo sarcastically is shocked, but gives up and apologizes to the Beaster Bunny, and then leaves. It then roars again. Objects fly away. He then dodged a table. He then shoots at the bunny, but we see the bunny costume dude hit with the darts. It then falls over. We then see a guard behind the Beaster Bunny. He turns around and continues shooting, but it does nothing to it. It then roars. It then flung the guard. It then continues to roar, while doing a reference to Jurassic Park as well. As he flies, he asks for Superguy to save him, as we get a shot of a cemetery with Superguy having a golden tombstone. But Superguy won't be added to the count for now, but I will count the 7 tombstones that we see around Superguy's quote-unquote tomb. As he looks in sadness, he continues flying, and I'll add the flung dude to the count, cause I presume he dies from this. As to dudes play video games, as Super Lad calls him Steve, which is the other name for Superguy. You see, I told you he's alive and not dead for now, and asks if he heard something, and Steve says he hears everything all of the time. Super Lad then apologizes, as Steve gets gets angry at Super Lad. He then tells him to take the shot. Super Lad then wins the game. Steve then gets so mad it causes an explosion. So I'll add Super Guy and Super Lad to the count. And fun fact, Super Guy and Super Lad were voiced by Aaron Hansen and Dan Avita, who are also well known for being the hosts of Game Grumps. Et then notices some nog that they could use. Et then tells Tom about the nog, and Tom tells Et he's a genius and that they could use it to numb themselves, and puts his face in it. Et then runs to get it. He grabs the nog and a torch. As Et looks at the Beaster Bunny, Et then says a bad pun. As both Tom and Matt both look at each other in confusion, he then lights up the nog, but it causes an explosion. Cause you know, the nog's aimed the wrong way. As Et freezes in shock, he then looks up at the Beaster Bunny. We then get a meanwhile to transition us to another part of the story. Really, no meanwhile into another alternate universe. Damn it, we see some trucks. As a trucker says that they're going through this nog like there's no tomorrow, and they need to step on it. And another says all the nog will be dangerous. As we see the nog pressure is almost reaching Cridle. We then see a zookeeper telling them it's time to leave and to be put in their proper places. He then opens the briefcase and puts all the animals in there. Oh wow, I didn't know he had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. He realizes that's he's meaning one. He then asks if people have seen Lime. He then looks at Chauncey if it ate Lime. We then see that the nog pressure is at its pressure limit and says that an explosion would blacken for city blocks. He then says it's just a little bit further and that the town needs them. We then see Lyle on the road. She notices and stops the truck, but that causes a crash on the road. It even destroys part of the Easter egg hunt and the other truck crash as well, but no one died from the crash, so no one will go on the count. As a truck stops in front of Lyle, Lyle then hops away. It then steps on the nog and then roars on top of it. As the trio looks in shock, Et then looks down to see a trail of nog from the nog can. He then knocks over a torch. It looks in shock. As it comes closer, it explodes. It then flies away. So now I can finally add it to the camp. As people come out of their hiding spot, as the camera moves across, a dude is next to something.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Matt then says another pun. Et then gets angry about the joke. Tom then asks if they're dead yet. Et then looks happy. Matt then tells him that they did it and saved the town. But Et says that he won the Easter egg hunt. Tom then says he remembers when Et was smart. As Et and Matt look in shock, then the credits play out. Matt then says a few more puns while the trio are relaxing. Tom then says another pun and Et gets angry. Holy crap, how many egg puns have been made in this? Has something been keeping count of this? Well, I'll be damned. We then get even more credits on screen. We then see a tent. Asta has Matt dudes look at an egg, as a dude says that the threat has been neutralized. As one of them collects the goo, we then see some Moe. The camera then moves down to show that's more eggs underneath. The camera then moves back to show even more eggs. The video ends with a Beaster Queen roaring, so maybe it's hinting a sequel. So how many kills did we get when the Beaster Bunny appeared? Let's find out and get to the number. Oh no, it's the Beaster Bunny. 23 people died in Beaster Bunny. The victims were 11 male victims, for female victims, for victims of unknown gender, to victims of unidentified gender, and 2 bunnies, giving us this 5-part pie chart, which also includes 3 different parts of gray in there. Now comparing the kills with the others I've covered. Beaster Bunny is lower in kills, but still beats Zombie Attack 1 in kills. And with a runtime of about 12 minutes, we get a kill every 31.30 seconds. And you know what? With 9 egg puns across the entire video, we get an egg pun every 1.33 minutes. Obsidian Chainsaw will go to Super Guy and Super Lad, cause of how unexpected the explosion was. Dirt Knife will go to the Beaster Bunny, cause it was off screen, and we never see the dead body. And that's it. Beaster Bunny was posted onto YouTube on April 1st, 2021, and it's a fun video of Modern Ed's world. I hope you all like this Easter special kill count. So until we meet again, I'm Justin JT, and be fun people.